The only way to make sure that your hot tub water is completely sanitary is to regularly add shock. Knowing which type of shock to use and how to add it will help keep your hot tub clean and clear. So, here's everything that you need to know about adding shock to your spa. Check it out. First, what is shock? Hot tub shock is a large dose of oxidizer used to quote unquote shock the water into a clean state. It performs three major functions. Number one, shock removes organic contaminants. Things like shampoo, lotion, makeup, sunscreen, and even dead skin cells can build up in your hot tub over time. And this can cause hot tub scum or cloudy hot tub water. Shock will remove this buildup that regular sanitizer can't. Number two, shock kills bacteria. Hot tubs can become incubators for harmful bacteria. Now, while keeping your hot tub water balanced and sanitizer levels steady can help, adding shock will help kill anything that your sanitizer missed. Number three, shock removes chloramines or bromamines. Have you ever noticed that chlorine smell in pools or hot tubs? Well, as chlorine kills bacteria and removes organic contaminants, it produces waste products called chloramines. Chloramines cause that smell, not chlorine. Hot tub shock eradicates chloramines and brings your sanitizer levels up. Now, if you use bromine in your hot tub, it produces a waste product called bromamine. Regularly shocking your water will help here too, keeping the bromine levels steady. So, what type of hot tub shock should you use? Well, some types of shock eradicate all contaminants, while others only work on a few. And some types of shock are best for pools, while others work well for spas. Well, here are the ones that we recommend for your hot tub. The first one is dichlor shock. Dichlor is the active ingredient in most brands of hot tub shock. It contains a small amount of cyanuric acid, which means it's stabilized and can stand up to the spa's heat. Still, you want to keep a close eye on your sanitizer level when you shock. And if your hot tub is outside, shock it at dusk or night to keep the sun's rays from eating the chlorine away too quickly. Number two is non-chlorine shock. Non-chlorine spa shock is not a disinfectant and does not kill bacteria. It is, however, an effective oxidizer. Used weekly, it does a great job of getting rid of organic contaminants like lotions and skin cells and clearing the water if it becomes a little cloudy. It also activates free chlorine, which is the type of chlorine needed to kill bacteria. And it does the same thing for bromine. So, which spa shock should you use? Well, that depends on which sanitizer you use. If you use chlorine to sanitize your hot tub, use chlorine shock. You'll want to keep your chlorine levels between 1 and 3 parts per million or ppm, with the higher end of that range being ideal. You can also use non-chlorine shock to keep the water clear between regular chlorine shocks. If you do that, test often and keep an eye on the chlorine level to make sure it doesn't drop below 1 part per million. But if you use your hot tub often, we highly recommend sticking with chlorine spa shock to kill bacteria and to keep the water sanitary. If you have a bromine hot tub, use chlorine shock. Again, you can use non-chlorine shock in between chlorine shock treatments, but we recommend sticking with chlorine shock if you use your spa a lot. If you use biguanide in your hot tub, use biguanide shock. Manufacturers that make biguanide sanitizer usually have a whole line of products made to work with biguanide, including shock. If you use a mineral sanitizer in your hot tub, then you want to use a non-chlorine shock. You will have to supplement with a little chlorine to get the full sanitizing effect, but your chlorine level should only be around 0.5 parts per million. If you used chlorine shock, you'll likely end up with too much chlorine in the water. And if you're having a problem with bacteria, algae, or the chlorine level is at 0, then you can use chlorine shock. If you have a saltwater hot tub, you can use chlorine shock. Your salt chlorine generator turns salt into chlorine to sanitize your spa. This makes chlorine shock the best choice. You can also use non-chlorine shock if you're concerned about the chlorine level being too high. If you have an ultraviolet, ionizer, or ozonator sanitizing system, you can use chlorine shock. Dichlor is compatible with these systems, but you want to always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Real quick, before we continue, if you're looking for an easy-to-follow tutorial that'll answer all your hot tub questions, go check out our hot tub handbook and video course. You'll get in-depth video lessons plus a step-by-step downloadable guide covering everything that you need to know about hot tub maintenance. It's packed with money-saving tips so you can save money and time keeping your hot tub clean. This is the ultimate manual for every type of hot tub. The best part is we always keep it up to date, so once you buy it, you have access to the latest and greatest version for life. That's swimuniversity.com/spa and use the promo code VIDEO. Okay, here is the best way to shock your hot tub. You'll need the right hot tub shock, a chemical-resistant measuring cup, test strips, chemical-resistant gloves, and safety goggles. Now, step number 1, uncover your hot tub and leave it uncovered throughout this process. Once you add shock, some of it needs to off-gas from the water. Step number 2, test the water. Before shocking your spa, the pH must be at the correct level between 7.4 and 7.6. High or low pH in your hot tub will affect the shock's ability to work as well as it should. If it's not in the right range already, adjust it and then continue with shocking. Step number 3 is turn off the blower. The circulation pump needs to be on to distribute the shock throughout the hot tub, but you want to turn off the jet so that the water isn't too agitated. Just turn the air jets off and leave the water jets running. Step number 4, now's the time to put on your safety gear. In addition to gloves and safety goggles, consider wearing long pants, a long sleeve shirt, and closed-toed shoes. If your hot tub is indoors, open a window, turn on an exhaust fan, or both. However you do it, just make sure there's good ventilation in the room before you open and use any chemicals. And if your hot tub's outside, try not to shock it when it's too windy or just stand upwind to prevent chemicals from blowing everywhere. Step number 5, measure the shock. Measure the amount of shock you need for the amount of water that your hot tub holds. And if you're not sure how many gallons of water are in your hot tub, you can consult the manufacturer or just do a quick Google search. Step number 6, shock it. Carefully add the shock to your hot tub using the method prescribed by the shock's manufacturer. Step number 7, leave the hot tub uncovered. Don't cover the spa for at least 20 minutes to allow the shock to fully disperse and dissipate. And if you're not going to use the hot tub immediately after shocking, you can put the cover on after 20 minutes to prevent evaporation. Finally, how long before I can actually use the hot tub again? It depends on when the sanitizer level has dropped back down to where it's supposed to be. So test the water after shocking and check the shock manufacturer's instructions for any special considerations. Now, keep in mind that you'll want to shock your hot tub at least every week, and always test the water before you shock to make sure that the pH is where it needs to be, and before you get back into the spa to make sure that your sanitizer level is where it needs to be. And when in doubt, always read the manufacturer's instructions before you add any shock to your hot tub. If you missed anything or have any questions, please leave a comment to let us know and to help out your fellow hot tub owners. Hit the like button below if you found this video helpful, and if you want to learn more about hot tub maintenance and troubleshooting, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And check out the hot tub handbook and video course at swimuniversity.com/spa. Don't forget to enter that promo code VIDEO to get 10% off. That's it. Thanks again and happy soaking.